everyone, it's Linda G here, and today I'm with Nath, Third Wish.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hi, honey. Good. You look bright and alert.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's 7 o'clock here, so it's still a good time for me. 7 p.m. Yeah.
Oh, 7 p.m. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be this fresh at 7 a.m. I can tell you that.
I'm thinking about it. But I keep waking up at 3 a.m. I can't seem to go back to sleep.
I just feel like there's so many energies and things going on. This is pretty common actually. 2 to 3 a.m. is a lot of
But
people
normally,
feel.
even if I wake up, I manage to go back to sleep, but I can't.
Ah, are you thinking about what's going on or
I try not to.
yeah.
I put last night I put on Out of Africa because of Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Loved, that one Best Picture, Best Music. He didn't win for Best Actor, but I loved the movie because it was so
Yeah.
romantical. Um,
Yes.
but I heard he was such a good man, Robert Redford, just a kind
I
man.
feel so. I get like a very good human energy, person to person. I don't know the background, but I feel like he was treating people, the energy I get from him, people treating people well in during movies and yeah.
And he died in his sleep, which is the way to go.
Oh, that's nice.
So, okay. I think in my 2025, I might have said his name as a possible famous person. And the other one I got, which still hasn't happened, is Yoko Ono. And they say she's not well. So,
And actually, just to go a little bit back in time, when you were on my channel last time, that was, I think, last month. Remember when we kept getting Death and the Tower and
yes, like a,
you
a
see
boom
with
death.
Charlie, yeah, I felt like this was exactly what was. You remember that?
And the
Yeah.
cards kept showing it. We were like, what? And it was
Yes,
going to blow
yeah,
people out of the water. Now,
it
I
did.
will tell you, I don't think that text message is real.
No, I don't think it is. And I feel like there's just a lot of fake stuff in the messages and the rumors. I don't think there's a lot going on here. This is a Trumper MAGA person who did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, but there was something else with this. There was some sort of, I don't know what it is, and this kid may come out and spell it out. But a lot of kids said they would have never sent a text like that, basically outlining exactly what
No,
they did. And
I don't.
Israel was mad at him,
Yep.
and mad at Charlie Kirk, not the kid.
Yes.
But we will get all the information. But Charlie Kirk, I got a flash on him the other day, minding my own beeswax. And he really, really is in a place of extreme love, and he really loved those children. It gnawed my heart because, you know, he probably always knew something could happen to him, but he's not able to physically touch the babies.
No.
And that brought him so much joy. I will tell you, based on what I'm picking from him, these last months or even year or so with this wife he had and stuff, it was some of the happiest times of his life, is what I was
Oh.
feeling. He knew really what love was, is what I got.
And that could be from spirit just to give him that before
At least he
departing.
was able to
Yeah.
feel that. He's
Yeah.
very
Yeah. And
grateful to feel it.
understanding the meaning of love. Yeah.
And that having a child just blew him through the roof. I saw his face looking at his little boy, and he was making funny faces. The guy was just in love with those babies.
Mhm.
And that's really sad that they won't get to know him. But he told me psychically when I got the hit
Yeah.
on him, a lot of the rhetoric he said was for money. The more
Oh,
the more negative he could be. Some of it he really believed in. But a
yes.
lot of it was the more you push and go outside the borders, the more people will come to you.
Yeah.
Because people
Track.
love to hate, which is interesting.
I know there's a negative spiral there that the more you bring that up, the more people you might be very well on point here. Another thing that I felt related to the assassination, um, I feel like Kash Patel is in trouble with, yeah, I felt like I keep feeling that there's something, the way that he handled it, the FBI, something doesn't seem right. I don't know if you feel anything, but I
Yeah,
feel
well,
like it's,
that Trump is already talking behind closed doors. He's mad at the people that pushed him to bring in Cash Patel.
yeah. I mean, between Kash Patel and Exet, they're both like would be the first one to
Pete
go.
Hedgehog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are two like they're competing for first place in living.
Yeah, but he's sitting there and they're testifying and yelling and screaming and totally inappropriate and talking
That's
about stuff like you were the one that did this and that. What they're asking you a question, man. Just answer the question. He
he
can't do it.
won't
He's
he,
so worried about being placed in the corner.
but he's cornered every time he's on those panels, he gets cornered so quickly and he just can't find a way. It's not, I'm gonna say he's not smart enough here to really get out of those corners. Like some others, they're much better at talking than he is, and he just
Right.
doesn't seem to make it. I mean between him, Exet, and RFK Jr., they're all on the chopping block.
Yeah. RFK Jr. has admitted he's in the Epstein files. Yeah, he's talked about
Yeah.
it. He was on the plane several times. Yeah, he's a dirty
Yeah.
cat. So,
Yes.
um, this is an interesting question from Pat Lee. Erica, Charlie's wife, is she in the Epstein files? She was a pageant queen and had ties to the Trump pre-marriage, to Trump's pre-marriage. Kurt's father is a major donor to the pubes, the repubes. Well, he's been a major donor forever.
Yeah.
But
But
is she in the Epstein? I'm not feeling it.
no, no, I'm not getting that. No,
I would tell you if I could feel it, but I'm not getting that.
no,
She feels
I
like
don't.
she came in around the time it was starting, so she's not quite in there.
I feel she was aware of stuff, but she was not herself involved. I don't
Yeah.
get that.
But I'll tell you, she really, she could be a little bit about herself. She's beautiful. She knew it. And I think she really loved Charlie Kirk. The
No.
energy I was picking up from him and her was love. But
Hmm.
she's so angry and she wants to keep making money. She might pick up where he left off. But you know what? Nobody's really going to pay attention to her like they did Charlie.
No. But she absolutely, I felt she wants the money. She's gonna do some sort of foundation or legacy and
Yeah.
maybe books. I could see like the money machine behind the scenes.
It's
Yeah.
all about money. So was Charlie. Charlie got caught up in the money too. He has a lot of regrets, so. Okay, so we both said no. Why is Bibi claiming Charlie Cook was pro-Israel in his last days when Charlie wasn't? Oh, because Bibi's such a liar. If he breathes, he's faking it. Because
I felt like,
he's a demon.
and it's also, I think it's any publicity is good publicity for him. He would say anything just to have his name out, whether it's true or not.
But do you think Israel has something to do with this setup? Or is it
I'm not,
more?
I'm not feeling that.
Okay.
Do you?
I
I'm
know
not
they
seeing.
weren't happy at all with him. And I
Yes.
also heard they found there was the three drones, Israeli drones, but you don't know. This could all be made up. And
What, I mean, another one, do you think Russia was involved?
no, I don't
No.
get Russia. But the thing I'm getting the most is that he backed off of the Epstein, then he turned around and said, "Yeah, involve it." So I don't know because I don't think his parents talked him into that either.
No.
Will the kid, let me ask you this. Let me grab my pendulum. Will the kid, this Robinson guy, will he actually tell the true reason he did this? Will he actually? This is saying no. What do you
Let
get?
me. Yes. No. It's interesting because I get an energy of money. Did he get some money?
Well, that the money that they put out for, the father got. His father turned him in, his father got it.
That's the King of Pentacles. Yeah.
And Trump is talking about how great the parents are.
He might not, I don't get the sense like he's gonna reveal things.
I see him closing down, even if they make
It's
out
the
like him,
energy.
or maybe
Yeah.
they'll snuff him out before, because what was that? The Epstein, he was definitely taken out, and he was going to reveal everything because he was so mad that he was still sitting in jail. He got a pompous attitude. He thought, how dare you? Oh, you know what? You bet. And then Barr sat up there and
Ah,
lied and told everybody, gee, I don't know. No. By the looks of what's on camera, it could be a suicide, but I really didn't have anything to do. You were there the day before
before.
this thing happened. Everybody, people who were there at the jail said, yeah, Barr was here.
It's funny you mentioned Barr. We don't hear from him much. What's going on with Barr? I feel like
His cards were always so bad,
it's
honest to God,
bad.
Nate. For
I
years,
feel
I've been
like,
reading on him, and I said,
yeah.
gee, this guy has a negative ending.
Could he even be? I'm just getting like he could be unwell, sick, unwell. That's the energy I get.
Yeah, I just feel that he's up to no good, and it's
No,
unfortunate for all these people that are doing saying horrible things because that energy comes back.
very clearly.
Look at the end of uh, the Third Reich. Look what happened. It's just it will come back. It will come
Yes.
back if you hurt others. Okay, so but listen, everybody and their neighbor over there in the Middle East hates Netanyahu.
Wow.
And some Iranian bigwig, of course, they say it all the time. He'll be gone before the end of the month. Yeah, I know you guys. They're always threatening that.
Yes.
But I've often felt that he was in trouble, and
And
I've
there's
often
more
felt Putin's
pressure.
in trouble. Mhm.
Yes, both. More and more pressure. I feel like this is a constant buildup that never drops.
Yes. And by the way, there's a gentleman, I can send you the link and I can put it on this show, a man who really knows all about Russia. And he was talking to everybody and he said, I'm going to tell you something right now. They were saying Russia has over 100,000 soldiers. Nope, they don't. They don't have money. There's a whole bunch of soldiers right now that are being put in some place, I don't know where. Uh, Ukraine has them in a corner, and they said a lot of them just want to give themselves up.
Well, and that's why he's trying to get North Korea to send more people.
Yeah, but North Korea is
Those soldiers, they are completely, they
burnt out.
arrive, yes, and it's like they're arriving on another planet, really.
Yes,
They get so many problems to adjust. I mean,
they
and
give
they
them terrible. Remember when they first went in, they had to provide their own sleeping bags, socks. And mothers were so
food, I mean, not
upset.
even sure. No, not even sure they had food.
Yeah, and then they would just tell them you're on your own and didn't train them appropriately. But let me tell you, right now, if you look at all the media, especially with Ukraine, Ukraine's winning big time.
Yes. Well, and you might have heard 26 countries in Europe told that they're ready to intervene if there's a peace deal or ceasefire, and they will bring troops on the ground.
Yeah, but there won't be any peace deal, not while he's still with us.
Right now, it's like if is doing everything to prevent the peace deal. What happened with this whole Alaska meeting, the meeting in the White
Oh,
House? It
that
was
was a big
nothing
fraud. And he made Trump look like a fool.
with
And
the red carpet
oh my
clapping.
God, it was just embarrassing. He's embarrassing us right now in the UK. Once
It
again, walking ahead of the king like he did the queen. He's supposed
doesn't.
to follow behind. Now he's walking ahead. They said there's all kinds of people on the streets protesting.
Yes, there are. There are. It's also interesting. Melania is going with, I believe, Princess Catherine, but Camilla is not involved. Did you find that interesting? She's not going with Camilla. She's going with Catherine. I found that very interesting. What's going on with Camilla?
I don't think she likes her. I don't think Camilla likes her
Melania?
and vice versa.
No.
You know,
So
Camilla was a homebreaker, but yet she treats Melania like a two-bit street hooker. That's how she looks at her. She looks down at her.
yes, she probably. I get the sense like she said, "No, I'm not participating in this."
I don't understand why the king had him come out anyway. I don't get it. What do you pick up? Let
It.
me try
I
to
don't.
look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Charles. Oh, he's definitely sick. I just saw that
Yes.
gray energy around him. Oh, so Trump was contacting them all the time, wanting to know when he was coming out again.
I
He
feel
thinks
Trump
he's
pushed.
doing it to help with something to do with the tariffs, or he thinks he's doing it to
Yes.
help with something.
Business. I was getting money, business deals, tariffs. Yes. Helping the UK with trade with the
Something
US.
like that. That's what he's doing. But they're witnessing too how terrible, how hated all the nations are. They hate him. Somebody said the definition of idiot is between Canada and Mexico. It's people just don't understand, and they're looking at all of us,
I
thinking,
know.
what the heck are you doing? Although some people said, somebody said that they were in France and he knew or had worked with Governor Newsom. And
Oh,
he told the person, yeah, he said, I've worked with Governor Newsom. Oh, what's he like? What's he like? So I think Newsom's going to take it, Nathan. I don't know why. I want to be
uh,
open.
yes. I did a big reading on Newsom. It was like two different energies. One is like I see him having the drive, having the appetite for it, fighting, no doubt about it. But the other energy is like so many obstacles, so
Oh,
many
there's going to
obstacles.
be people that try it. Hey, listen, as governor, they tried to recall him 3 times and
Yes,
spent
that's true.
millions of
That's
dollars,
true.
and he won by a landslide all 3 times. Like this ballot initiative that's coming up, uh, they're
Yes,
pouring
so
money.
yes,
Murdoch is
really
pouring
restricting.
money. Don't do it, but in the meantime, Texas is carte blanche, Florida is carte blanche anyway. So that's going to pass, by the way.
Oh, that's gonna pass. That I never doubted.
Yeah, so I I don't know. I can't give you guys a time frame of how long we have to be in this. It's like you wake up and wish that you'd heard news that something happened to the.
Well, I mean, the reality is we're getting closer and closer to the midterms. I know it's not tomorrow, but every day that passes by, it's a day that's closer.
Yeah, it
The
was so
midterms
hard to
do
tell people,
finish.
please. And he just tries to destroy it. The good news is, like Rachel Maddow said, we are fighting back. Just like trying to get rid of that woman. He couldn't do it. She's voting today
Oh,
about an increase. Wood is her
well,
last name because he lied and said she did mortgage fraud. She did not.
there's no cause for her to leave. It
No.
can only be with cause. And everything is held up in court, one way or another. So
Okay.
that delays things, and we need to just like, yes, there could be a good news between now and the midterm. It's very possible. But at a minimum, we're getting closer and closer to a big change. Once we pass the midterm, we can breathe a little bit more again because the House, if not the Senate, will turn blue.
Right, right. Let me ask
I
you
don't know
something.
about the Senate. I just keep seeing the House for now. I don't seem to pick an energy on the Senate.
Yeah, I think it's going to be blue, but not as much of a landslide as Congress.
No,
Let me ask you something. Um, do you think that the when is the bill due for our budget in November, in September, September 30th or something? Is that going to go through or are we going to get shut down
I don't see a shutdown. I think it's going to be last minute, but I
last
don't
minute
see.
or make it extend?
Yeah, yeah, I don't see a complete shutdown.
Well, they already know they're in trouble, so. So this is a good question from Barb. Will Jack Smith indict Trump after he leaves office with treason for selling classified secrets?
Well, what I immediately pick up is Trump's going to be alive enough for him to
That's what I was
do.
feeling just when I looked up, I saw Trump laid out.
So I
If
don't. I
he
think
was
it's
still alive, he would.
yes, but I don't think he will be.
I feel like we can't get back at him like he did to us. Uh, oh, Callie said, will Obama have a public role after Trump's regime has ended?
A public because he's already influencing. He's already working behind the scenes. I see Obama's continuing to work in a public role, like in government. Is that
Could be, yeah. I saw if Newsom wins, even with uh, the vice president complaining about Biden, I see him seeing if she would like the position of attorney general.
yeah, could be. Talking about ex-president, who do you pick up with Bill Clinton and
Oh,
his health? I
I've often felt his health was no good.
I feel something. I feel it's been like a couple weeks that's been it's been here,
Uh-oh.
feeling like something. Yes, I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question because it's I don't see him well, and I don't see him well too long. I just don't feel
Yeah.
good.
Well, he's never been meant to last long, long. He
No,
has a
that's true.
terrible heart. He had that huge surgery, and that surgery, they give you a 15-year limit. Sometimes you can live longer than the 15
Yes.
years.
And
But
when was it?
I don't remember, but I think it's been going on 15 years and
At
usually
least
about that
10.
time.
At least 10.
Yeah. So they usually have, but I do see, I've often saw a huge funeral for him, but
Oh
not
yeah.
while Trump's in office. So he'll last a little longer.
He'll outlast Trump.
Oh, this is a good one. Tell me what you're feeling. How is Trump reacting to the UK protests against him?
So angry, pissed off, upset that they didn't clear. I get him like he's upset they didn't clear the space. Say
Yeah,
who
and
left?
he's mad at Charles too. I hear him talking to
Yes.
I heard they wouldn't get out of their plane while there was protesting. And they arrested four people for those pictures on Windsor Castle.
Oh, he did. I didn't know.
But they did that for him.
Yeah.
So, ooh, this is a good one. You guys did good questions. Sassy said, "Do you see anything happening in New York when the UN leaders are there?" The eclipse is Sunday the 21st, and astrologers say the 24th is a big day.
Well, on the 22nd, there is a joint statement from Saudi Arabia and France and other countries recognizing the state
A
of
Palestine.
Palestine.
Ooh.
So that enough is a big thing, and it's just been I've seen the energy intensifying because after the state, like Canada said that the UK, lots of countries said they would follow. So I feel like by itself, it's a bombshell. I feel this is going to be very, very tense. Very
Yes.
tense.
And don't
Yes.
forget, Pam Bondi said, if you talk against Israel, you'll be arrested.
So, yes, I feel like there's going to be maybe protest for sure. There's going to be the energy, and it's right after the eclipse, isn't it?
Yes,
So that says it's gonna,
it's going to blow up.
well,
What's Netanyahu
hopefully
going to do?
eclipse
Bomb everybody else? And why do we keep? There was a guy that talked years
bomb.
ago in the 70s, and he said, I want you to know right now, Israel is running the United States. He said, unless you're pro-Israel, you won't get a seat at the table. And he also said, they pay everyone so much, they love the money so much, they keep their mouth shut.
Well, more and more countries are gonna recognize the Palestine, and of course they want Hamas out of the way and the hostages back home. But in order to have peace, people need territory. They don't need to transform Palestine into a resort.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe they talk about that. And Jared
And
Kushner's out in the
not
middle
just
of
talk
it.
about it, but they're offering, I've seen, they're offering like 5 grand to leave your, just so that they can build those condos. 5 grand. It's ridiculous.
Well, they'll start. They'll start cleaning it up and they'll start. And then I see Palestine walking right into it, taking right over.
Plus, what they're not thinking is if you build on that land has a karma. So you're in for earthquake, you're in for these natural disasters because there's a rebellion from the earth.
Yeah. Yep. Um, those deaths of the two men that were hung in Mississippi, those two black men, was that a suicide? I'm
No,
gonna throw.
no, that can't be.
And it should be all over the news because
Yeah,
it feels like a straight up lynching to me.
it is. It's certainly not suicide.
Just amazing that we're in 2025 and lynchings are still going on.
And you're right, like it's not as much in the news as it should be.
Oh no, that's because we got a white supremacist in office. And also what I heard real clear was warning. So it's almost like these white, like KKK types are warning others.
Oh, it's a fear tactic.
Yeah, this wasn't suicide. I can tell you right now,
No,
oh, the family is just mourning.
no.
We will get this hidden information. Ooh, it might even be someone who's a police officer involved. I see a man in uniform.
To get what information, Linda?
Information of how they were murdered.
Oh,
Some leak will come about who was involved, and I feel like white nationalist kind of energy, but I see a police officer.
there's like some sort of big secret here that's gonna come
Yeah,
out. Yep. We might be even surprised to see is behind it. It might even
it might be
be.
the police department, or Mississippi's very racist.
What I'm getting is we're gonna be shocked when we find out.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Just terrible. It's just terrible. Young men. The story that brought me just to my heart was so broken. And the United States of America still goes like this. There was two men that worked in France, and France loved them. They were soldiers, and they worked in World War II in France. They treated them well. They fed them. They were all over these two young black soldiers. And then they came home and they were wearing their uniforms and they were proud to have been in the military and they were taking a subway or a train back into New York, I think. And there was some sort of riot going on at the time. I can't remember what it was about. but they were grabbed in uniform and killed, lynched. Just got back to the United States from working the war and they were killed. It's, it's so it's like this woman that called on the Hyundai plant and thought she was big
Oh
man.
my God. Yeah,
Oh,
the ice
these
trade.
illegals and oh, they went in there and arrested them. And now Korea's saying, no, F you. We want nothing to do with you guys. Is that woman going to pay?
Let's see.
Okay. I don't see her winning any seat she's looking for.
Pay in terms of like,
Well, she's running for Congress and she's not going to win.
yeah, yeah,
But also,
no,
I see Trump is mad at her. She won't get any great. I see he's even mad. I don't know if he's mad at Nome, Christy Nome, but it's like, why would you guys go in and arrest 300 people teaching our people how to open this factory? This screwed the United
it
States.
was a screwed up. It was a complete screw up.
But they were all looking at, oh, this is money we're going to make 300.
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah,
get for offering money.
yeah, but then they look in the wrong place and they don't even there's no legal back work behind it to say what's due process and what nothing.
Well, Korea is looking into crimes that the United States committed a crime,
And
by not giving them their rights, throwing them in jail like they did. It's
not good.
embarrassing. Do you
Well,
think
and then
other countries will forgive us after the idiot's gone?
yeah, because yes, I can tell you because it's not the Americans, it's one particular person
Well, that's what I
that
try to tell everybody. Look, everybody's so worried about uh what Trump has done to this country about a war. I don't really see a civil war coming because there's more good than there is bad.
by far. And there will be healing. Like it's gonna be there's gonna be some healing to bring people back together. There has to be, and there will be.
Yeah, because people are really just now really feeling what the hell Trump is doing. It's pretty bad. You still got your down hard Trumpsters.
Yes. Now, what's interesting is the Latino community is completely moving. Like if you there was something like it was an article on CNN where there were polls and that was a part, of the electorate that moved toward Trump in the last
And I
election.
remember being very surprised.
And that electorate is moving back, of course.
Yeah.
So that's already something he lost. And that's going to show up in the midterms. That's going to show up because a lot of them have friends, family, eyes, right? I mean,
Well,
it's
the
just,
Venezuelans already, they're done with them.
plus, with the Supreme Court saying like they can pick people just for the way people look.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
No,
It's so white nationalist. It's just really strange. Who knew?
that makes no legal sense. They're the Supreme Court. They support what part of the law, what part of the Constitution says that? It
Oh,
makes
listen,
no sense.
all those people are going to be before the tribunal, and they're going to have to explain themselves, not for what they decided on, but for lying to get in there. They all lied.
Yes, yes,
Oh, there's going to be so many. Listen, you guys, let's say Newsom wins. He's going to come in and clean it out. He's going to hire back people they fired, begging that you guys come back. We need the good people. Open up
yes,
the places they closed. And then he's going to make sure all those top brass go to a tribunal. They're all going to pay.
yep.
So Sassy said, do you see anything happening in New York when the UN leaders come. And what did we say?
Well, it's going to be a big deal. There's going to be the recognition of the state of Palestine, and there should probably be protest and maybe some violence.
Tell me about the 24th.
The 22nd to the 24th. The 22nd is also,
There's, it's going to end up working out. I got the Six of Wands and the Star.
well, it's actually a good thing that's going to be happening in terms of
I'm not
recognition of.
seeing a bunch of like the tower, a bunch of violence and death
Wow.
and everything.
The violence to me will be in the protests that are going to be outside with, because of the conflict and the war, but it won't stop the United Nations speeches or the whole process that has been started a long time ago with Saudi Arabia.
Right, right. I just now had a flash. I remember when Trump the last time and he saw the Queen, who, by the way, wore the brooch that President Obama gave her.
Obama gave, yes.
And he said to on the news when he was back in Washington, people don't know this, but she actually gave me whatever that medal is where they take the sword and they do this. What is it that UK has? She knighted me. She knighted me.
Oh,
People don't
yes.
know that, but she knighted me. And she told me, you're probably the best president we've ever had here. He
Well,
said that, looking straight in the camera like he was telling the truth. You know he'd be lying.
oh, no, but
You're
it's
probably,
like it's so big that it just makes.
it's just he lies while breathing. It's really sad. Okay.
Do you feel, I've been watching him, it's painful, but I've been watching him, some of those lives from the Oval Office, and I see Vance behind him. Through the eyes, looking at his eyes, you feel like you pick up, like the guy is waiting, the guy is playing a game. It's just so dishonest. The energy is yucky
Yeah. And even if he got in there, I just see him having to run for his life, and I don't know what that means
and not for long, not for long.
because his numbers are worse than Trump's.
Yes. Was evil.
So people are asking time and time again, are the text messages between Tyler and his partner, the FBI shared real? A lot of people are saying it's not real.
No.
So did Steve Bannon. He said they don't look real. Steve Bannon said it. Let me look.
Yeah.
Let me look.
I'm getting a no.
Someone wrote it up. Someone else, not him. They're getting his roommate not to say anything. That roommate has to look out for his life too. He might accidentally fall out a window.
I feel like they're gonna prove actually that it's not real. I see the truth coming
Yeah,
out.
I'm definitely feeling someone else wrote it and it's a setup. It's a setup because they want it so bad for it to be a left-wing person.
It's
So
not.
bad. And a
It's not.
homosexual on top of it all. Oh, look at we got a big nah.
Found the perfect. I know.
So, do you have a question?
Um. Oh, I have a good one.
What?
Have you heard? I mean, this is crazy, so brace yourself. Um, I've read that Mike Johnson wants to start a panel and investigating the January 6th insurrection.
Oh yeah, they want to change the language of it.
This is crazy. So my question is, what do you think's gonna happen to the? Plus, it has been investigated for so long, properly with so many documents, bipartisan.
Yeah.
Jenny was there. So what's gonna happen to this panel, this
I don't see
investigation?
it taking off. I even see they're so busy trying to come up with a budget. I don't see it taking off. I see it's somebody's telling them, hey, dude, this is the wrong thing to do because too much proof that,
I feel even the Republicans are gonna say, give that up.
yeah,
It's not. What is it helping?
Trump,
Yeah, well,
Trump wants another investigation to clear him that he was sitting there eating hamburgers, watching it on TV, and didn't pick up the phone to call anybody.
not gonna happen.
Oh, I can't wait till these days are gone. Till we can wake up and know, I
Do you?
hated George Bush, but I would take George Bush now.
I know it's with your birthday month, Linda, so happy birthday again.
Thank you.
But do you feel like this month of September was heavy? Was particularly heavy?
And it's not done yet.
No, no.
It's not done yet. It's a good thing I don't really, I mean, I appreciate people wishing me happy birthday, but unlike when I remember as a young girl, school was usually September 10th. Now it starts in August. I remember telling our principal, today's my birthday. I always made a big deal out of it. But now I just, whatever. Oh, wow. Just 444 said Medicare is stopping virtual telehealth visits at the end of September. People in rural areas must be at a medical facility. He's just awful, awful. I'm so sorry, you guys. If you can hold on, know that this too shall pass. They're going to bring everything back up.
Don't you feel, though, for this, there will be some sort of extension? I know they say they stopped, but I'm feeling that there's some sort of
I think
extension.
there'll be enough complaints or people who represent the
Yeah.
rural areas, congressman or senator, that's going to say, sir, you've got to put in, just act like you're putting an extension.
Because what if people die from this? They don't get the help.
Yeah, yeah.
No one, I don't think anyone wants to deal with that. It's so stupid. Because
Yes,
sometimes the
exactly.
only thing people have, yes.
Oh, here's a good one. What does the royal family really think of Trump and Melania?
I see them joking about them closed doors,
Yeah.
making jokes.
I see Charles telling Camilla, oh my God, I think he smells. I think they think remember what the last time, the first visit, he brought all of his family. They look like, I don't know, like white trash. And they were stealing all the ashtrays. He steals when he's there. You
Oh,
gotta,
yeah.
you gotta pin things down. He stole from our White House too. And
Oh, yeah.
everybody's like, he's the president. Nah, screw it. From now on, call him out on it.
You remember all those boxes that were taken out when before Biden took office? He was taking so much stuff, including, of course, the documents.
Yeah. Oh, Jack is waiting to take care of
Yeah.
that. I just got a hit on Catherine. Her husband, Prince William, is a little bit of a white supremacist. He's a little bit prejudiced. I just picked that up, which is weird because his mom was so
Oh,
loving and
oh,
kind, but I
yeah.
see some of the way he thinks she's not into.
Well, and that doesn't feel
But
like
she
Charles.
doesn't like Trump. I'm going to tell you right now, she
No,
doesn't like
no.
him.
And
It's a
she doesn't like
duty. It's
Melania.
duty. Yep. She doesn't like Kamala either.
No.
I heard that Prince Harry was out there to see his dad.
Oh, yeah, but not for Trump's visit. It's not
No,
related.
no, a couple
No.
of weeks before this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, Oh, did you know this? Charlie Kirk was being investigated by Special Investigator Jack Smith.
No,
I didn't know it either. Why was he being investigated?
let's have
Maybe
a
some
look.
of the hate speech. Maybe some of the hate speech. Let's look.
Hmm. Ace of Pentacles, were there also some money? Well, we were talking about him caring about money. That money going to places it shouldn't go, like corruption?
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
I
he was refusing lately before he died. He was refusing money from Israel.
I feel there was a corruption scheme.
He was involved in something. It's sort of deep. Uh, he knows while he was still in body, he knew what this was about. And it kind of put him and it stuck in a place, but it was somebody around him or working with him that seemed to be untoward, doing things that were illegal. But I don't think it was Charlie. Someone around him.
Yeah, the system, the money machine behind him. And maybe I'm just picking up, he might not even be fully aware of all the money, where it was going. I think big picture in you, but I feel like there were people behind redirecting some of that money. That's what I'm seeing.
Well, apparently his wife, this could be hearsay. His wife, as soon as he died, froze all his accounts because there's somebody that works with Charlie that could have dug in there. She froze all of his accounts, then opened that GoFundMe.
Yes.
So just FYI, I could be, it was on the social media. So yeah, that boat off of Venezuela, that was not a drug boat, but they're not challenging him when they know
Venezuela,
doggone well.
I see like something going on with the oil, Trump wanting the oil, something about money. It's not just those boats and the military. I feel like there's something related to Venezuela and the oil.
Yeah, but they hit that boat and that guy who loves to think that's why he's out of the picture right now. Pete Hedgehog.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was a no, that wasn't a drug boat. You don't have 11 guys sitting in a boat with drugs in it. It just doesn't work like that. But this will be found out. This will come into play. A lot of stuff. In fact, Pete Hedgehog may be in bigger trouble than he knows.
Yes. I have one.
Okay.
Uh, right before Trump's visit to the UK, the UK ambassador to the US was fired because he's in the Epstein files.
Yes.
Why did they I feel like they knew this for a while. Why did they fire him quickly right before Trump went to the UK? What's the relation here? Was there any connection with Trump's visit? Or maybe they wanted everything clean before he comes? Or is it Trump not wanting to be close to this?
I
How
feel
did the
I feel like
yeah,
you said they knew a while. But I
yes.
feel they just now realize we're going to have to get rid of him because it's going to follow him. And if Trump comes here, Trump will be connected.
And maybe Trump didn't want this to be involved during his visit, so he told them just fire him before I go.
There you go. The guy will keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Um, is SCOTUS going to rule against the rotten orange about the tariffs in October?
I don't have it. I see them keeping the tariffs.
You do?
Yes.
I often felt no, that they wouldn't let it go on, but let me double check. I've heard that it's better if they say yes because that'll ruin us and then they'll hate him even more. They'll hate Trump even more.
But if they say yes, what a mess this is to send to return that money?
Will the Supreme Court rule against Trump with the tariffs? Yes or no? You know, it's in the Constitution. Not that they care. And you know, they said they were going to get on it right away, and we haven't heard anything, which means they know they're supposed to vote against Trump, but they're holding off trying to find some way not to do that.
And Trump requested an expedited verdict,
And they're not doing it,
and they're not doing it.
which means they hate to have to tell them what they think. The cycle will
So,
change, and it's victory after burden. There's something where they're sort of saying yes, and then some restrictions.
mm,
There's something where he gets something, but no, it's weird. That's what I get. What
yeah,
did you?
like a like well, I can go with that. When I said that they would keep, I don't think all this money being returned, but I feel like they're still gonna do. It's not a complete yes, it's not a complete in his
Yeah,
favor, but I just don't see all this money being returned.
yeah,
So maybe it's some of it because, like there are different tariffs. It's complicated, but they're like different. And so they could say, well, those kind, yes, those kind, no.
yeah. He even went to the Supreme Court to have them say he doesn't have to pay E. Jean Carroll. They're not going to vote no on that. That was done by a jury and come to a conclusion. They can't overturn that.
There's no legal base for that.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, Steve Miller is just an ugly, ugly energy form.
No.
It's really bad what's coming up for him.
Because I was seeing him leaving and he's still there, which is very strange. Like I keep getting like a sense of him leaving, but he's still there in the White House.
Yeah. Now, what about Robert Kennedy Jr.? Any trouble coming up for him?
Well, this winter, yes, with some of the disease, bird flus, mosquitoes, all this stuff is brewing right now.
Polio, God forbid we get kids in those lung things again.
Oh,
And shame on the parents that don't do anything for their kids.
I can't even imagine what it must be like for the child to be in those iron thing.
RFK. He's a sick person, by the way. His heart's getting ready to get broken. Give it some time now. He's treading now. He's treading, but bad news is coming. There's some
I got the
legal issues.
yeah, hermit is isolated.
That's what I got too. Well, my friend, it was lovely. Can you believe it's an hour? It flew by.
No, thank you for having me, Linda. Always a pleasure.
It's so much fun. So I'll see you next month.
Yep, we'll
Okay,
set that up.
we'll
Yep.
set it up. Bye, you guys. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
everyone.
Blessings to all of you. Cheers.
Yeah.